Once a big respect to Neil, who boss up the tape in the 90s. Neil, big up yourself. Well, people, you know, says I laid something, well, laid by, you know, the usual standard and thing like that, and I will not be staying long. This week is like a daddy duty week, and unpredictable things happen, and, you know, you have to adjust and so forth. So I look at something came up today, not anything serious and whatever, but it had to be dealt with, and I did what I was supposed to do. And that took up some time, so my apologies. We'll be having a show tomorrow. This, what I'm doing right here, is just going to be about a half hour. Let me just say it's going to be a half hour. Usually I don't have a show on Wednesdays, but I'll be having one tomorrow. I'll be having one tomorrow to make up for today, okay? Craigton, what are you doing up? What time is it now in England, Craigton? It's, you guys are 5 hours ahead, so it's 8:34 here. That means it's 1:34. Either you're in London or in Birmingham, it's 1:34 there. We are up. Once a big respect to all of the Tam Fam TV members. Blessed Messi and Tasha. Big up CBS and Citizen, of course, Neil, Tonnet, and the whole crew. Blessed. Yeah. Journey with J Lovely. What kind of, hey, J Lovely, I go on with something from what day, you know. What kind of journey you upon, J Lovely? Eh? What kind of journey you upon? J Lovely up to something, you know. Whatever it is, J Lovely, we wish you all the best. And you don't know, full support, the whole works. Everything is everything, all right? Good night, Judith. Yes, Mass Ragadap and thing. Everything is everything. Again, we're just here for a half hour. We'll be having a show tomorrow to make up and sitting and whatever. And I just basically came on to let you guys know what's up. You know, all is well, and that we're having a show tomorrow. Again, this is just going to be for half hour. So if anybody have anything you want to call in about, feel free to call in right now. Please remember that this Saturday it's all about Antidana something and thing. I'm one of the MCs over there, and it will be at the Amazura Concert Hall right here in Queens, New York. And I dress up something, I look nice something, all these things. All right. And that this Saturday. I want to have respect to the Gargamel to him film show this Saturday too, and Sunday and thing. And I understand that I think the Saturday night, the last I heard, the Saturday night was sold out. I don't know if I don't know what to, hold on, let me check something over here. Yeah, a bunch of people linked me. Auntie Donna was calling me today, but again, I was uber busy, taking care of this and taking care of that and doing this and doing that. Okay. All right. Mitzi Bird, where go on? Mitzi says, "Shaka see the Gargamel." It's all good. Auntie Donna thing sold out too, you know. So that's why I always say to people, enough data for everybody. Enough data for everybody. I want to big up to Auntie Donna because she big up Buju show right through. She big up Buju Bantan show right through. And that's how people for live. You have some people out there who, you come and keep show up on my date. You come and keep show up on my date. Nobody don't want no date. You understand? Nobody don't want no date. Yeah, people are wired people about, yeah, keep your dance on the date of my dance and whatever. Call out police and tell police lie on people event and all them something there. What? Can't bother. Also, again, you know, say the September Ghana Learncation, that one that sold out, but the April one is on, and there's one in August of 2025, April of 2025. If you want to hold your spot there, it have a payment schedule, but if you want to hold it early out, it's $1,000 hold your spot. type of thing, for those of you asking, of course. And there is a payment schedule for each one, for the April 2025 one and for the August 2025 one. And it's on the tamfarmtravelagency.com website, tamfarmtravelagency.com website. There's some, some stuff I have to put up. Some of you who are going on the September trip, you had made some inquiries about the possibility of how do I put this? Like a different hotel than what is on the trip. And the hotel that is on the trip is comfortable, whatever, and thing, but it's certainly no big time 5-star type of thing. But it is nice and clean and comfy and the whole works. But for the April trip, there is an option for people who want that service, okay? So that one is included. It's an option because we're still going to the Oak Plaza Hotel in April. But for the people who want to stay at the top 5-star hotel in Ghana, there's an option to do that. It's called a Move and Pick. And that is for the April and also for the August 2025. There's an option. Of course, that costs more because a whole different tier of service that's there. And, and big respect to the people who are humble and things like that. But, they're going so far. And for some of them, it's what they're used to when they travel. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And what I'm doing here is a business. So I have to listen to my customers, and where I can make provision for their requests, I will do so. So for the April and August Ghana Learncation, there's that option for a premium tier, facilities when they're on the trip, right? And it really comes down to the hotel, okay? All right. Nadine, big up yourself. Chokisha, large up. Again, people, I'm not staying long. This is like for half an hour, and it's just to let you know that today stuff came up and whatever. For this week, it's a daddy duty week type of thing, so stuff come up. Now for going on the details and thing. And but I'll be having a show tomorrow to make up for not having one today. All right, Mitzi, big up yourself, and thing, and everything is everything, because I tell you, loyal for a long time, them for know, Mitzi. Everything is everything, big up Buju Banton and thing, long road and thing, the general forward back up in a place and I come do him thing, After being absent for so long from the United States, and sitting and saying, that's going to be a star-studded affair, DJ Khaled, the whole works, A big something of that, a big something, big something. Buju Banton show, a big sitting. A bunch of you have been asking some questions about Vybz Kartel, the Vybz Kartel situation and thing. And I think I'm going to make a video on it. But it might not be a video to put on Tam from TV. Maybe I have to put on my other YouTube channel that I don't use that much. But there are some things that, that I have some perspective on it that I would love to share with you and to answer some of the questions and things. And there's some ways that I see the thing that some people don't see it that way. So, hopefully I can make a video within the next, just a real quick video, or a series of videos, probably like 3 or 4 on different topics on the Vybz Kartel situation, because there's some things that some people don't understand, and central to that is think people are still caught up with what we in law refer to as the substantive law, when the issue right now is about the procedural law, right? So the issue right now is about how the case was tried. The issue right now, from the Privy Council come right down, and think it has nothing to do with whether or not Vybz Kartel was guilty. That is hard for some of you to get, I realize, and I understand, I get it, because most people you talk about the court is like, oh, it's a trial, and if the person get off or if the person is found guilty, then the court is saying them do it or the court is saying them don't do it, So that is where people usually focus, and that is understandable, because if you're charged for a crime and then you go to court, it's like, did you do it or did you not? The court is going to make some determination and whatever. But equally important to the substantive law in all courts is what is referred to as a procedural law. And right now, with the matter in front of the courts, it's all about the procedural law. It's not about the substantive law. It's not about whether or not Vybz Kartel is guilty. Again, let me say that. You can have your impression about whether or not you think Vybz Kartel is guilty. Right? But the procedural law, how the case is tried, is just as important in the administration of justice as is the substantive law. And that is why you heard the Privy Council say the jury pool was so corrupt that it represents a fatal flaw to the trial. And that is how people say somebody get away on a loophole or them something. That what they're referring to is a procedure. They got away on a loophole. Once you hear loophole, it's procedure. So the Privy Council is saying the way the case was tried was so bad, word fatally flawed, really, 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 really bad, that the conviction cannot hold. The Privy Council isn't saying Vybz Kartel was innocent or guilty. The Privy Council wasn't ruling on that at all. The matter now in front of the Court of Appeals in Jamaica, the issue is not whether or not Vybz Kartel was guilty. It's not about the substantive law, whether or not he was guilty. It's about the procedural law. And once you understand that first, and then you start unpacking the different components of the issue of procedure as it relates to Vybz Kartel, some interesting things start to come out, But again, some people are not grasping that, and they're still caught up with. Then the Privy Council is saying innocent. No, the Privy Council did not say that. The Privy Council sent the case back to the highest court in Jamaica, the Court of Appeals, who did not even look on the Vybz Kartel thing and said, there's nothing to look at, the conviction stands. And basically said to them, you have to look at it. The appeal, you have to engage in the appeal process with it. And presently what they're doing, there have already been submissions, so they're putting everything together. But there's all kinds of stuff going on there that I'm going to talk, and I'm going to make a video on it, And central to the all kinds of stuff going on there is people, if Vybz Kartel, if the procedure is so corrupted that you have to let go Vybz Kartel, irrespective of whether or not he's guilty, put that aside. But if the procedure, which is important in the courts, and I'll explain that in the video, is so corrupted that you have to let go Vybz Kartel, when Vybz Kartel come out, it is going to be such an embarrassment to the courts in Jamaica, to the police and, at this point, more so the courts in Jamaica, that, yeah, You have to face the fact that they are thinking about that. They are thinking about it. Because you have these formal things that people put out, like this is what you must say and this is what you must do and whatever. But you always have backstories to these things, you know? And I guarantee you they're thinking about it. They're in a bit of a dilemma. Well, not a bit, but they're in a dilemma right now where it's like, yeah, the Privy Council is right. This thing is, the procedure was just so corrupted, we have to let him go. That is one option. The other option is like, but if we let him go, this is the biggest case in the modern jurisprudence of Jamaica. It is. It is the biggest case. Not because Vybz Kartel is a celebrity dancehall DJ, but because the trial of Vybz Kartel, the celebrity dancehall DJ, garnered so much attention with allegations of deliberate corruption of the judicial process in Jamaica that put them in a catch-22 where the case is so corrupted they find out on the last day, should they throw it out after so many years of prosecuting him, or should they just accept the guilty plea and go on? Of course, they chose the latter. And then the Privy Council. Not all cases go to the Privy Council, you know, the big ones. And the Privy Council say, the case is fatally corrupted. We're never going to deal with it or whatever. This is indeed the biggest case the Jamaican judiciary is dealing with, has dealt with in this modern time now. So if Vybz Kartel get Lego, on one side, you're going to have the people supporting Vybz Kartel, you know, lauding him as a hero. You beat the system, Teach. You beat the system. Vybz Kartel is going to come out as a hero. They're thinking about that. On the other side, you have people who think that Vybz Kartel, you know, Jamaican judiciary should work and Vybz Kartel should not be freed. And Vybz Kartel is involved in a conspiracy that resulted in the murder of Clive Lizard Williams or whatever. And their thing is like, I hope the Jamaican judiciary work. So on both sides, you know, it's like a catch-22 for them. But, you know, they are thinking about that. I know they're thinking about like, but if him Lego, how that I go look? Pan we, pan the country, pan the courts, pan... Interesting things going on there, you know? So I'll share that. So again, I'm not going to stay here. I'm just here for like, you know, half-hour. If anybody have any thing you want to call about right now, you can do so. Right, real quickly. Again, like I said, I'm just here for a half an hour. And I will be having a show tomorrow. Usually I don't have a show on Wednesdays, but in light of my this and that come upon me today and I was unable, you know, to have the show this afternoon, I'm going to have one tomorrow. So if anybody have anything to say right now, give me a call right now. I'm sitting there and think. All right. Again, the number is 585-596-0606. 58. You know, whistling. So. Yeah. If anybody have any. Yeah, the number is 585-596-0606, 585-596-0606. That is if you're calling from the United States or Canada. And of course, if you're calling through the WhatsApp, the number is 929-400-1249. You have to call through WhatsApp. However, if you're calling me on an immigration matter, you're sending me a text or you're calling me, then you would dial straight with the 929 number. I know this kind of get a little bit convoluted. Probably I just need a different number than the numbers you see here on the screen, but we'll see, right? So if you're calling me or you're sending me a text on an immigration matter that you want me to deal with for you, it's a 929 number. Do not use a 585 number. I don't read the messages on the 585 number. That's just for calling in here. But if you're calling the show on WhatsApp, you have to use the 929 number. You should find some way to simplify that. Okay. Anybody have anything to say right now? Apart from that one, say big up to the ANC and thing, and big up the SDC and thing, and Tasha and Anthony. You don't know strength and respect, you know. Everyone, big up yourself, big up yourself, big up yourself, you know. Everyone, you know, say, I reason with somebody about that thing the way you said to me, and I say, boy, I tell him I get beaten left, right, and center all the while. That's how it goes still. Once you in our business here, you know. That's how it go, you know. You know, because I talk to somebody and the person I say, boy, you know, then, oh, she said that about you and whatever. And look, when you did go through this and you did go through that, she did call you. I said, no. But I never expect her to call me or whatever. Me not steer so. But them expect me, you know, for always dead for them when them never did it for me. And I don't know. You know. Hello, good night. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Yeah, I wrote out here. Can I talk you off the air, please?
You want to talk to me off the air?
Yes.
Well, while I'm doing the show, I can't talk to people off the air while I'm doing the show, right? But let me take your number down.
All right, I'm gonna give you my cell phone number.
No,
okay?
no. Don't give it over the air.
Okay.
Right. So okay. You see a number calling you right there?
Yes.
Okay, that's the same number you see on the screen. I just put your number in so that I could call you after, okay?
Okay.
It's the same 929 number that's on the screen, but I just put in your number so I could call you after, all right?
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
You're most welcome. Okay, take care now.
Yeah, bye.
Boom, 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 boom. Happy Tuesday to you too, Rose. And big up Brown Eyes. Ver, so there's more. No, Ver, I mean, I accept it, though, you know. I accept it. It's like, you know what I find interesting? From Jamaica days, you know, you have people who relate to their Jamaicans counterpart, relate to their fellow Jamaicans in ways that they don't relate to other people. Jamaicans will go into a Jamaican restaurant and expect a higher level of service than if they go to a stranger restaurant. Jamaican will ball down a Jamaican who sell something price and this and that. But when them a buy from other people, them not ball them down. But them feel so the Jamaican must sell the thing cheaper and thing. If you understand what I'm saying. When Jamaicans go to Macy's, them just pay them money and them are show off, so them buy brand this and that at Macy's or whatever. But them will buy something from a Jamaican who try and then feel like so them must get it dirt cheap for nothing because them a buy it from them fellow Jamaicans. I don't know. Good evening, good night, hello.
Raga, good evening.
Wagwa.
Not much. Something crossed my thoughts recently, and I figure you're the perfect person to ask.
Okay.
Is there anywhere in our ancestral heritage that it's normal for us to beat our children, use corporal punishment on our children, outside of what we learned through the colonizers? For all your travels and your studies and so forth, have you ever found an African tribe anywhere or anything like that, any other tribe that they beat their children? It's normal. That's normal for them.
You do have ethnic groups referred to as tribes in Africa where there are rules and standards for children to learn, and that there are various forms of punishment that that is meted to them. Yes.
Yeah, there various forms of punishment. Yes, I get
That,
that,
yeah,
but
that,
I'm
that can
talking
be physical.
specifically about
That can
flogging.
be physical. Yeah, but if you're talking about this whole thing, like when we grew up in school, we're like caning and the leather strap, the cold card strap, where we
Yes,
used to get.
yes.
I don't know if I'm qualified to speak on that, but I'm not aware of it.
That's what I'm saying. Because I got into a conversation with someone recently, and this is don't spare the rod and spoil the child thing, and I'm like, that's not from our thing originally. That's what we learned through our colonizers.
Oh no, that is definitely from England. Yes, that is from England.
Thank you, and I'm saying I can't think of all the documentaries that I've watched or that I've read and all that stuff. I've never seen it where they're saying yes, there is forms of punishment or consequences, but this flogging thing and this beating thing, and especially we that hold so closely to it, and we sternly believe that there's no other way for us to let our children learn and understand the consequence of what they have done, out of line. I'm like, no, that's not it. There is other forms, yes, but not flogging.
And I'm not up to date on the literature and the studies, but I know when I was in school, university, graduate level work, up to that time, there was voluminous studies that showed that beating your child, that there are more effective ways, to grow a disciplined child who is morally sound and whatever, involving punishment that does not involve beating the child.
Beating.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it is.
I knew
yes,
you could help.
Right. Yes, and it's not like even remote. It's actually widespread literature out there on that. That there are many ways you can get children to behave and conform and so forth without beating them.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And to be
Have a
more
wonderful day.
and to be more precise and direct, there are a lot of people out there who are good, decent people and they would tell it they learned this from the way they were raised, and they don't commit crimes, they're not disrespectful to others, they have a problem like anybody else, but they deal with issues and in a certain way that you can say this is a well-behaved child, and they don't commit, never been with police, they don't beat up people or stab up nobody or them in a fights or whatever. And there are lots of people like that who would tell you that my mother and father or whoever raised me had never beat me before,
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Blessings, man. Cool.
Blessings. Ciao.
All right, good. Yeah, there's lots of things you can do without having to beat your child and subject them to physical punishment. And you have to be careful of that, because remember, when you beat a child, you're also communicating to them how to solve problems or how to behave when you're under pressure. Right? Me used to get some bitch. And there's just so much used to go on with me when I never understand. Of course, you're a child, you don't understand it. But then me end up a runway. Me runway no from my yard and I beating me. Did I run her from? I beating him make me runway. Right? So I know me get trouble and I go get beaten and me runway. And then my mother don't see me for months. And you go down that rabbit hole. And it's one problem lead to another. And before you know it, all me end up in a court, she end up in a court and whatever. But when me did start running, I beating me, I run her from. But then again, my mother was a single mother, poor and I have no money, and pressure did I reach her. And she was having, you see when you're poor and you're there, you don't have the luxury of these sophisticated diagnoses and say, oh, this is what I'm going through. I'm going through a nervous breakdown now. Oh, I'm experiencing, a clinical depression. We don't grow with them something there. We don't know them something there. But they're happening. They're happening. We, when that's not even part of our vocabulary, when we were growing up, I hear 50 Cent say a thing one time, say like, somebody feeling depression is a luxury. I don't agree with it. But where he was coming from is like, yo, people get up every day and there are people out there who get up every day and they don't think about, oh, I'm depressed today, so, this is impacting my performance. No, them just get up and go work with them for work and pay them bills and take care of them picnic and do what them need for do. Them don't even know about them something there. But that being said, though, you have people also in those positions who snap, right? And everybody work through it. A whole heap of people snap, right? We all have been there in our communities where different people snap and them go through some things and are them check out, are them just freak out, are them just snap and give up or something happen. And what we do when we grow up and we see them people, yo, I'm at them mad, or somebody over them, or somebody said something for them, or we must smoke the ganja, and and we come up with all these explanations and things, but the truth is there's a lot of people who snapped under mental health pressures, But when we grew up, we don't know nothing about no mental health pressure and this and that, and she probably is experiencing a severe case of depression or we don't know about them something there. You want them something there, yeah, it's not. So my mother did go through my mother had several nervous breakdowns. And when me an adult me knows that my mother did go through have nervous breakdown. I was like, so that's what was happening to mama. I didn't know that, but she never know either. And she just rely upon what she was raised with, which is God. My mother theology explained everything and anything in life. So when my mother was going through a nervous breakdown and whatever, she never think like I need treatment for this or whatever. My mother said just something to do with Satan or the devil. So she just pray about it. And here's the thing, like ignorance of something or lack of knowledge of something is, is not a sin. You just don't know. So it's not the devil. You're not doing something carnal or something illegal or something ungodly. You just don't know. So not knowing, you just rely on what you were taught. So, the big word. This is a big word alert. So it becomes an epistemological issue, a knowledge issue. Oh, you know. What do you your source of knowledge, your source of knowing, and your source of explaining. We're getting in some academic stuff now that that's not the objective here, but I just want you to know that mental health problems exist amongst the poor, but most people in those situations, they don't know nothing about a psychiatrist or a psychologist or mental health. This are, this person has an NPD, a narcissistic personality disorder. All we know is him wicked, him just think for himself type of thing, But it's there. All right, people, I'm going to Lego now, but again, I just wanted to come on briefly to let you know that something came up today, and, I was unable to have the show at the usual time because I had to address that, And that I'll be having a show tomorrow. I usually don't have shows on Wednesdays, but I'll be having one tomorrow to make up, all right? So y'all take care of yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow when we'll have a full show. Veronica, big up your... Veronica, big up yourself, you know. I say Jamaicans don't know nothing about mental breakdown. I just told my cousin about that since we stopped calling people mad. Exactly. Everything we say, mad, them mad, or somebody mad, or, you know... one common one was when them put lizard tail in our food, our mother. When I grew up, we hear that, you know. So if you want to match somebody, you put lizard tail in them food. And there was something about camel and rum too. And thing, if you burn bad lamp for somebody, you know, you burn bad lamp or bad candle for somebody, you can mad them. And them somebody we grew up with. Check the historical medical records of some of the most creative people in the world. Well, that's true, Fritz. You're on point right there. Big up yourself, Ian. Big up yourself, Antasha. Physical discipline is never the answer. Never needed it with our daughter. See it there? Yeah, man. Okay. Uh-huh. All right. Okay. All right, so see you guys tomorrow and thing, all right? Take care of yourself. Be good. Tyler, big up yourself, man. Blessings. And speaker larger, Bernardine, I see you. Sonia, big up.